Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. I'm still here for the 2025 edition of the Texas State Fair. And of course we had to stop at the Chevy booth because there's some cars here like this one that just drew me to the booth like a moth to a flame. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this vehicle right here. This is a 2026 Chevrolet C8 Corvette E-Ray. But before we get into this updated 2026 Corvette, yes, there are some changes for 2026. Let's talk about what's going on here. So Corvette has been that sweet spot in the Chevrolet lineup since 1953. And remember, in 2020, it was a revolutionary year because it was the first of the mid-engine Corvette, the C8 Stingray. Eventually, we would get the Z06, and then this car followed on the heels, the first ever all-wheel drive Corvette. Now, of course, they've been even adding ZR1 and the upcoming ZR1X. But what I want to find out is, if you're looking for a supercar, because yes, the Chevrolet Corvette, it has crossed that line in the supercar arena. Is this the way to go, the must-own one? Let's go ahead, let's dive into this E-Ray and see if we can find out. Right off the bat, the color, Roswell Green, absolutely spectacular. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but here underneath the show lights at the Texas State Fair, it really draws you in a very aggressive way. Now, the front of the business, you're not gonna see a lot of changes for 2026. You'll see where those changes come into play, but you're still gonna get that same great headlight design, LED daytime running lamps, also LED turn signals and your LED headlights. When you go E-Ray, the standard procedure is everything is gonna be body colored on the front end. Now you are gonna get the nose off of the Z06, but to kind of differentiate it from the Z06, instead of the carbon flash metallic all over the place, we have body color. So you'll notice the Roswell Green up top, all around. We have carbon flash metallic on the venting, and on a Z06 and E-Ray, it is enlarged over the Stingray. And then on the bottom portion, that lower lip splitter, everything is also body colored. Now, if you buy an E-Ray and you just gotta have carbon flash metallic, you can option that in, but it comes standard in the body color of your choice. Now, as we come across that Stealth Fighter nose, you're still gonna get that aggressive look, large central air intake for all the heat exchangers. You can see the large radiator behind there. And then, like I said, because this is an E-Ray, that lower lip is body color, all in a nice, cohesive, clean design. But let me know what you think about the front of the E-Ray. Are you liking it in Roswell Green, especially everything color matched? Let me know in the comments. Now, as we rise up, you got the cross flags. It goes back to 1953. It's crazy because in 53, you had one color choice, white with red interior. Now, there's a whole plethora of colors, and you could go from mild to wild, all like that. Now, coming around the bend, when you go E-Ray, they come standard with carbon ceramic brake rotors. So you're gonna get your 20-inch forged wheel up front. I like the way they embossed forged to let you know it's a forged wheel, lighter than cast aluminum, stronger than cast aluminum, and then those Texas pizza style rotors over 15 inches in diameter, full carbon ceramic with your 6-piston Brembo calipers finished in that gunmetal gray finish. Now, if you haven't heard of a Texas pizza, they have it here at the fair. It's actually sprinkled with fried rattlesnake bits. So you just sprinkle that on there. You do have magnetic ride suspension, but the biggest news about the E-Ray, all-wheel drive. So there's a small motor about the size of a cantaloupe that is gonna power the front wheels, but in no way is the front wheels connected to the rear wheels. Rear wheels is still out back with the 6.2 liter V8 electric motor powering the front wheels to give you that all-wheel drive. Now, coming down the side of the vehicle, you got your Roswell Green on your mirror caps, carbon flash metallic. From the side, the overall dimensions, I think that's what's made the C8 so popular, is that it really has that exotic supercar look right off the showroom floor. Up top, all coupes are Targas. So you have your choice of a solid roof, carbon fiber roof, or this one has the glass roof. And then it's your choice whether you want to take it off or put it on. And Targa roofs have been around since the C4 era of the Corvette, which was 1984. Now, because this is an E-Ray, like I said, everything is going to be Roswell Green. That lower side sill extension, also the opening for our air intakes on the side for that 6.2 liter V8. We got the E-Ray badge. And no, this is not a plug-in hybrid. This is a performance hybrid. It's not about a green initiative. It's about getting more performance. And what's crazy is the battery pack slides right in that center console area underneath. Now, coming towards the rear, you're gonna have staggered wheels. So we have 20-inch wheels up front, 21-inch wheels out back, wrapped in those Pilot Super Sport 4S tires. Believe it or not, this car has the widest all-season tire. You could get all seasons on this E-Ray if you chose to do so, but you'll notice still ginormous carbon ceramic brake rotors, and everything at the rear is going to be bolted to an 8-speed Tremec dual clutch transmission and that 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8. Now, as we come around, large carbon flash metallic on your rear spoiler, and because we do have the coupe, love the fact that we have the window in the engine hatch area to where you could see that 6.2 liter V8. We're gonna see if we could open it up in a second here with the venting. And then out back, there is one way to tell this is not a Z06. One major way, and I'm gonna show you. It's real easy. Look where the exhausts are. Your quad tips, 2 on each side. If this was a Z06, you would have the quad tips in the center there. But you have your quad tips split on both sides. Still the wide rear end like a Z06, just the center portion is going to be different. This is right off, very similar to a Stingray with your honeycomb wire mesh in the center. But I love the fact that you have the nice pedestal spoiler, matches all the other aero, and these are also color matched in Roswell Green. Why don't we go ahead right now and see if we could, we're just going to keep this going. So we're going to lift it up. Rises up, you have your room. This is the only supercar where the designers had to package in. It was a non-negotiable to have room for golf clubs. I don't know what supercar you're gonna take to the golf course. Go get yourself an SUV. I wish they didn't have this back here, but what they do have is that 6.2 liter V8. Old-fashioned push rod technology. The engine paired with the electric motor, you're looking at 655 horsepower. Standard Stingray is 490 horsepower. And then of course you look at a Z06, that's 670 horsepower. So 655 horsepower, you can drive this in full stealth mode. I love the way it's got the carbon fiber dress up package. And you could also choose what color cover you want for your upper intake. And then those red valve covers for our V8 engine. But 0 to 60 in about 3.4 seconds. And then you'll notice that with the wires, this is that magnetic ride suspension. Really nice to be able to show the goods when it comes to this E-Ray. And it seems like there's a Corvette, a C8 Corvette for almost anybody. But why don't we go ahead, let's get inside so I could show you the biggest difference for model year 2026. All right, guys, we're inside this 2026 E-Ray, the C8 E-Ray with all-wheel drive. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I like this Roswell Green. It reminds me of a caramel apple that I got at the Texas State Fair. Another thing, remember, is you could get those fried pickle bits on your pizza with the rattlesnake here at the fair. Pretty crazy. They go big here in Texas. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, Joe, I want an E-Ray. I deserve an E-Ray. The hell with my kids' inheritance. I took them to the State Fair enough. I want my own ride. How much is it? Very good question. And I totally agree. You deserve this. This E-Ray has a starting MSRP of $105,000. Now, just like everything else, they're going up in price, but the good news is there are some changes for 2026 in this one. I'm going to show you. You ready? To the door panels. I love the tan interior. Look at the way they did all the nice fine stitching. The best interior of any Corvette up to date. You have your Bose premium sound system, the aluminum speaker grille covers, 2 memory seat settings, and then you have your aluminum trim right where the window controls are. Down below, we have our Texas Twinkie size door panel holder there to put your Twinkies in there, get them fried. And then going from the door panel to the dash, same thing, the tan, the stitching, the leather everywhere, even the way they did this aluminum finish. Now here's where it gets new. Instead of having the waterfall of all the buttons, they actually lowered this a little bit, and now you have a beefy oh crap handle for your passenger. Besides that, come on in, they got rid of the 8-inch infotainment system, and now you have this larger 10.25-inch, all touchscreen capable. You do have your stitching along the bottom here, and this is a nice little place to put your fingers while you're touching, or they even have your toggle switches for your dual climate control. Still have the same switch gear for your Tremec 8-speed dual clutch transmission. Love the way they did the nice materials here. All of your modes are now here. So you're gonna do your different drive modes right on your toggle switch. And you can see on the display here, you could go from normal to stealth to shuttle. And it actually shows you the battery pack, the engine, really nice graphics in there. I love the way they do that. 2 cup holders, all new. Let me know what you think about it. Open this up. It opens only on my side. You have felt lining, so you can put your Rolex in here. USB-C, USB-A. Wireless charging is over the shoulder. There's your E-Ray badge on our center speaker. And then look at our GT2 seats. The carbon fiber, the leather, really nice on the bolstering. I wish they would have had some kind of green seat belt. So I am gonna zonk that. There's just regular seat belts, but I love all the leather. Come back in and you'll notice that we have that blue tinted glass roof. Remember Targa roof? Alcantara everywhere. And I could see the 6.2 liter V8 right behind my head. But why don't we go ahead, come on the business side. I want to show you behind the wheel of this E-Ray. All right guys, business time behind the wheel. Of course, you're still gonna get that aluminum sill plate with the E-Ray name. You do have your 2 memory seat settings, pedal box right out of a C8R race car. Aluminum dead pedal, brake pedal, and throttle. Easy to get to the seat controls. I'm 6 feet tall, and I don't know how Chevrolet engineers have done it, but you're able to get some big-sized people in here, and that's kind of difficult, especially being a mid-engine supercar. Steering wheel, love the leather, the tan stitching. You even have a tan stripe up top within the carbon fiber, the E-Ray name, leather on the horn button, all the thumb wheel drive controls, and then the carbon fiber paddles to go up and down that 8-speed dual clutch. It is a electric tilting and telescoping wheel. And then you'll notice that you have your display, all new updated, larger display, and it even extends out onto the edges here. So this is where you could actually access different functions of the vehicle as well. But very, very cool to have an updated interior because the exterior already looks so great. Now I know you want to go for a drive. I want to take you for a drive. We will, but not today. So let's wrap it up from the State Fair. All right, guys, always a great time here at the Texas State Fair. Definitely got to thank the whole Chevrolet team having this Roswell Green E-Ray. Now it's your turn. Let me know what you think. Do you like the change to the interior for 2026? Would you go with the E-Ray? Let me know in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, then you're being part of the Raised Rides family. Got to give it up to Latte Lori. She's working that camera like a champ. And just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.